Bobby. Bobby. What is up, people? It
What
is the
up?
Monday Night Special, the review show with yours truly, Talitha Kume, and my baby Big Bobby B, brought to you by Food for the Soul Media Group here on Vegas Hype Media on Fremont. Shout out to Quan, keeping us live on FB, YouTube, and the Mixler app at Vegas Hype Media, and we are live on our FB page as well. So basically, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff that you may know, some stuff you may not know, some stuff you may want to get in on,
And some stuff you might
yeah,
not give a damn about.
you might not give a damn about. But we are talking about it on the Monday Night Special, The Review. And our disclaimer, as always, these are our opinions. They are not facts, just our opinions.
Yep.
If you guys want to weigh in, I never, ever, ever can remember the number that I have to put down on this screen. It's crazy. 702 608 3259. If you guys want to weigh in, 702 608 3259. Please write that down, Bobby. Because I write it down and then I get rid of my little notes and everything, and then I forget about it every time.
Yep.
So you guys, if you guys want to weigh in, you guys can call that number. But what's been
Man, you know what? This
yeah,
week,
right?
I feel like this week is still last week.
Yeah,
I don't much remember much.
yeah,
I hadn't been that active.
kind of.
Not even gonna lie to you. It's been some things happening, but not like it doesn't feel like a new week.
Yeah,
It still feels like last Monday.
yeah. It kind of make believe like we're like living in this alternate universe or something. It's been
Right.
so many things going on that have not been great for us. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm not for us, but I'm just saying for, people surrounding us and different things like that. So it's
Right.
just been kind of hard, man. It's been really difficult to
Has your week been good though? I mean, outside of the
no.
crazy, weird.
No, because remember my other day wasn't great.
Oh, that's right.
So
But
Sunday, my
that
birthday.
incident was last
Mhm.
Sunday
Yeah,
before our last show.
yeah,
That low key felt like just yesterday.
yeah. It did.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's
Because-
all pretty confusing.
Because it was just yesterday with all the other stuff that dragged on
It happened again.
all throughout the week. Yeah. So it
Ah,
was
that's
still
booty
yesterday.
mix.
So anyway, our week has not been great, but we are here to draw positive energy from our viewers. So hopefully you
Yes.
guys will comment.
I'm sending them the number right now.
Hopefully you
So,
guys will comment, you guys will share, you guys will call in and let us know. Tell us something good, man. Tell us something good so we can smile. Happy belated Father's Day to all
Yes.
of the all you awesome dads out there. I got a chance to typically I'm just a artsy person when it comes to words,
Right.
And not as creative as Bobby Burr is. But I got a chance to do a video for my dad, and I really, really, I was really satisfied and happy with it.
Yeah.
It made me happy. Although
Both versions of
kinda
that
sad.
video was great.
Yeah,
By the way.
it made me happy to post that
Yeah.
about him and to show a lot of people his in his heyday
Yeah,
when
man.
he was preaching and teaching, and his sermon was "Don't quit."
Yes.
And that's the reason why I posted that. So all you guys out there having
Yeah.
a hard time, going through some stuff, man, don't quit.
Don't quit.
Don't quit. Don't give up. Whatever it is that you're longing for, you're looking for, you prayed for,
Yeah.
you've been striving for, it's right there.
It's right
Don't
on the other
quit.
side of that quit that you're
Yeah.
about to do.
Don't quit. Don't
Yeah.
quit. Don't quit.
quit.
So our first topic we are going to talk about is I saw a Juneteenth meme, right?
Yes.
And so it said, the day the Republicans and the Union Army freed the remaining slaves from Democrat slave owners. What
Yes.
was that all about? Do the people know?
Nah, I
Do
think
the
people
people
sleep.
read?
You
Do
know,
they
we've
research?
always known
Uh-huh.
somewhere in our menial knowledge of politics
Uh-huh.
that the party switched.
Okay.
You know,
have we known that? Because I didn't know that
I've always known that,
until a
but
couple of years ago.
I didn't know when
2
it
or 3
was.
years
When
ago.
it was.
Okay.
I was privy to believing it was in 1964, around the time of civil rights movement and everything.
Okay.
When the party switched, because it said when I read about it, it said that the majority of white men were
Democrats.
they switched parties.
Yeah, they were Democrats
after that civil rights movement move.
So why though? Why do they switch?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a power thing. I didn't get to read too much into it.
Okay.
I was a little busy.
Well, what about black folks though? So black folks, historically, since I've been around, and my grandmother and grandmothers have been Democrats.
Right.
So they pretty much kind of followed that party. But this meme says that the Democratic Party was the party that was not for us.
Right.
And then they switched it, so now the Democratic Party is the party for us.
Yeah, the political realignment in 1964 is when that change happened.
Right.
I don't believe any party's for anybody.
Yeah.
But since they want to make it a racial thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I talked about that Juneteenth though, and I brought that up because you and I saw so many different attitudes and posts towards Juneteenth and towards us getting that as a federal holiday.
Right.
Some were just like, hey man, let's celebrate. It was awesome. It's awesome that we finally got recognized for this holiday and it's national now. Like when they made Martin Luther King's birthday, national, and everybody was like, okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Now we can celebrate this win or this small win. So some people are like, hey, this is a small win for us, you guys. Let's just get on board and celebrate because it's a celebration. Others are like, don't give me no damn cracker to shut me up.
Right.
So what are your thoughts?
Well, I got a text message today. What was it? Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And this is from a friend. And good morning, Bobby. We are talking about the Juneteenth celebration. My friend and I would like to know what is an appropriate way and a respectful response regarding Juneteenth. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, good morning. Listen, I honestly couldn't tell you how to say or how to respond to that. I know the history of Juneteenth, considering I am a Texan and all. And this is sort of goofy to me. How are we all excited about celebrating a day that Congress haphazardly put into play? A play that represents the day that slaves in Texas found out that they were free, and not the day to celebrate the day that they actually became free.
Right.
Shit's weird to me. It's like giving birth and then shortly after choosing to keep the placenta as opposed to the baby. They might need to renege on this one.
What?
Can they veto this one? That was my response to her because the first day I'm already getting these weird texts. Hey, how am I supposed to address your blackness?
Yeah.
What? What is that? You know what I mean? It's sad on both parts because people don't understand how to address that, and we don't know how to take that. Like what am I supposed to say?
But I disagree in the fact that you can't fault other cultures for wanting.
I'm not faulting them at all.
But I'm saying.
I'm just saying that it's sad that they even have to go through that. Like,
yeah.
Why are people even okay? So whenever the Europeans bought like the Italians and made them official white, do we have a report and are we celebrating that day?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
But were they slaves though? I think that it's a difference just because now people are waking up and we're finding out so much knowledge about our history, and a lot of other cultures, especially white people, are finding out as well. So because they're finding out, they're trying to be as sensitive as possible to make sure that if they are in line with it, they want to celebrate with us, but they don't want to be out of place. You know what I'm saying?
Totally
like they don't want to put on blackface and be like,
hey,
they don't want to do that.
Everybody into some weird place here.
It does. But I think that as black people, if we have white friends that are asking us those questions, I think that we should not come back so harsh.
But this wasn't a
like
white
you
friend,
came
though.
back.
It
doesn't matter, even though they're a different culture.
Right.
So they're a different culture, and they're asking you, and you come back with and you're just like throwing away your baby and keeping the placenta, and that's just you're just all just, you know what I'm saying?
Just, like I don't
come on. And then you posted, and then you posted, hey, to all my white friends or to whoever, all my friends, don't ask me about how you should feel about Juneteenth.
I didn't say nothing about race on that post. What I said was to anybody who wants to text me anything weird about this. I don't have anything for you.
Yeah.
You know, I don't.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Because
But-
she's from South Asia.
Yeah,
so,
but I think that it starts with us though. So if we are
Yeah.
friends of other races, just like how we want to understand another race, if they were our friends, like, hey, how do you guys celebrate this, or what does this mean? I think that it's only fair for you to be,
and
for
like
you
I
to
say,
help
I'm
them
not salty with
if you're their
anybody who
friend. Yeah.
asks me. That's not
Yeah.
what I'm.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I don't think you're
I'm just
salty.
sad that
Yeah.
they have to even go through that. Like I said before.
But they have to though. So I
Like,
think
that's-
that we should help and not,
And
just
then they
kinda
getting like
push
bits
it
and
off.
pieces. They're not even getting like real full information.
So they could get it from you. So that was the reason that they asked.
Absolutely. And speaking of information, let's go ahead and segue that right into this power situation in Texas.
Ooh, you make me sick.
Texas. Now, this report says Texas power companies
Okay.
automatically raise the temperature of customers' smart thermostats in the middle of a heat wave.
Yes.
Texas power companies heated up some customers' homes last week by remotely controlling their smart thermostats. Some residents in the state, which is facing a heat wave, this is crazy. Their temperatures got raised up to about 78 degrees without them changing their thermostat. It turns out that they had unknowingly entered their thermostat in the energy conservation
Uh-huh.
promotion called Smart Savers Texas. And this is supposed to be like a sweepstakes. So they didn't know, unwillingly entered
Right.
their thermostats in a sweepstakes,
Right.
and they used that to control their power without them knowing.
Right.
Well, this is where we're going.
What in the entire hell? Remember when we were watching it was an episode of the X-Files. I
Yeah.
don't watch the X-Files.
And that was right
But
when it came
remember-
back on. The very first episode we decided to watch
Yes,
was that.
remember
Yes.
that X-Files
Absolutely.
episode where it was all about technology,
Mhm.
and because I think she went somewhere and she didn't tip the.
It started out with her not tipping,
Yeah,
and
she
then it
didn't
just
tip.
ended with her
And-
not tipping. The whole
and-
show was about like you should have just did the tip.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but remember her home
They kept
turned
sending
on
her messages.
her-
They
yeah.
messed up her coffee machine. They locked her
Yes,
door.
her home
They did
turned
all
on
of
her.
that.
All of that
Seen that,
stuff.
Quan? That
Uh,
was one hell of an episode, dude.
And
And
so
we're there.
And so we
Yeah.
are there. And so
Yeah.
I want people to be mindful. I love my aunt. Oh my gosh.
Man,
Shout out to you, Aunt Isla.
Aunt Isla.
Because she's so against all of this
Yeah.
technology crap, and I
Right.
get it. And so we kind of tease her, different things like that. Like,
Yeah.
Auntie, why you got a flip phone? Do you have
Right.
you got to have minutes on there? What are you doing? She only uses it for emergencies. Like, she takes it with her in the car in case she has to call somebody. If not, it's off most of the time. So you try and call her on her cell phone. She's like, man, call me at home.
Right. I don't
Call
have
me at my job. And she has a real landline. She's like, I'm not playing with y'all. She has
Yeah.
dial up.
Right.
She has dial up
Yeah,
internet service.
Her phone is this, right?
It is
in the-
not.
in the
It is
picture?
not. It is not the roller,
Oh.
Bobby. Shut up. But I say that to say that she was like one of those people who was very hesitant about accepting all of this new technology because of her wisdom to me.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy that we are here and we're kind of sitting up under that to where she's like, hey, y'all, just be careful.
Yeah.
There's some things we're going to have to do, but for the most part, stay Flintstone,
Right.
A
Like a
little bit.
War of the Worlds.
Yeah,
Remember
stay-
he had that one van? He kept
Mhm.
that one van,
hmm
and that was the only thing that ran
Yeah.
after all the machines shut off.
and
Had a
yeah,
little wood
and-
panel on the side.
right, and they
Yeah.
shut off all the other cars and different
Yeah.
things like that. So you guys just be careful. Be careful. Make sure that you read
Right.
the fine print. You know what I'm saying? And if something happens, make sure that you call and hold these companies accountable, because some people will just be like, oh, okay, well, that happened, whatever.
Yeah.
And they won't even hold the company accountable, especially if they enroll them in it, then they have a problem.
I'm
because
pretty
they can
sure
be
it was like a
sued.
group of people at Walmart,
They
you
can
know,
be
that, hey, you want to switch over your, they had on like a tight polo and like, hey, you want to switch over your energy?
Yeah.
And they hit them up and offered them something,
Yeah.
oh,
hmm
I can get that. And they took it.
And they didn't read
Didn't even
everything
read it.
and didn't realize
Got
that
all
they,
in the car,
yeah.
started bragging to their homies and junk about how they just got the new energy bill for $12 a month or whatever. Yep.
Yeah, that's why you got it for $12 a month. They finna turn your heat
Gotta
up.
turn it up.
Or-
You're,
yeah.
You're test, what is it? What do you call that?
A test dummy. I
Yeah,
don't know.
just like that. Man, all right, so this happened in Florida,
Okay.
right? Oh,
Is
it's not the whole article.
No, it's not.
Okay, so in Florida, there was a couple that
Right.
got they got citationed and told to pull their pride flag down off the front of their house.
Okay.
And the reason why they were upset about this is because they put up flags before
Yeah.
and never had any issues.
Yeah.
But this last time they put up a rainbow flag and was told to take it down in the Oakland Park area.
Yeah.
That's pretty beat up. What you say about it?
I was reading that when you sent that to me, and I feel like me and you are both on the same page when it comes to flags or
They need to be up.
or representation.
Right.
Represent whatever it is you want to represent, because we can see exactly who you are.
Right.
So it doesn't bother me because, of course you can see skin color,
Right.
but other things, you might be a Republican, Democrat, whatever, you might be KKK or whatever, put your little KKK thing up, put your pride thing up, whatever.
Yeah.
It represents who you are. So
what was
if
a real tear with this? Why would they get mad now about
just
these
because
flags?
I believe that they got
in this
mad about it.
community?
I believe they got mad about it because they don't want that look for their community. So apparently,
But it's been there.
because it was a homeowner. It was the
It was a homeowner
the
association,
homeowner
right?
association.
Right.
So apparently, the homeowners association has a problem with the LGBT.
So it's a switch over in a home, the
community.
HOA switch. Must switch management or owners or something.
Maybe they have a problem with it. No, and not that they had to switch it.
Well, because the man
They just-
said that he's put up flags before, including a rainbow flag, and never had an issue before.
No, he didn't say that.
Yeah, the
No.
whole article, and he said he even put up flags for political candidates, as well as like sports.
But he said that he had never put up a rainbow flag. He put up other flags, like flags to support politicians.
Where's the
flags to
whole
support
article at? I
whatever
want to
the
reread
article-
that because
yeah,
I think
you
I
can
saw
read
that
it.
he read. I think he
No.
put up more. He put up all the flags he said before and never had a problem.
No, he said that he put up flags that were for political candidates and different things like that. But this one, and he said that he never had a problem before. So I don't know.
Well,
I don't
either
know.
way, it's kind of messed up that now they're tripping on his flag. If that's his
Yeah.
life, that's his house that he pays rent.
That's my point.
Why does it matter?
That
And it
is
was
my
on his
point.
mailbox, so I guess the mailbox is considered public property because it's on the sidewalk or something.
Maybe, I guess.
I guess that would be the only loophole they have there. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, let that man do what he got to do.
And it was a small flag too, so
right.
it wasn't
It
even
was a
it wasn't
mailbox
even that
flag.
big.
It
Yeah.
wasn't like the ones that's on the side of the F-150s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that.
And so I agree. I agree with you, and that I think that they went a little bit too far. I'm paying for this home. This is my home. I
Right.
can decorate it however I want to decorate it. So if I was him, I would just paint the whole house rainbow.
That would be
If
a
that's-
little excessive.
If that's y'all,
probably-
if that's y'all jam,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and paint that thing rainbow and be like, now,
this
now
is my
what?
house.
yeah, now what? You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, if
Yeah.
that's what they want to do, that's what I said. So I don't have a problem with it because I'm all for freedom of whatever it is that you feel like you want to do, because I don't want you to take my freedom away.
Right.
So if I don't want you to take my freedom away, I can't take your freedom away. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just, that was kind of
Especially, I don't know
That's
what he's.
whack.
What is he actually doing with the flag on his
nothing,
box? Like, is he?
nothing, not a doggone thing, nothing.
Okay.
It's just I have it on there, and so you guys, kick rocks.
Right.
That's what I say. Kick
With
rocks.
open-toe shoes.
Hard.
Yes.
So I want to talk about this circulating FB message that's going on, and it's about men giving women advice and holding them accountable. Now,
Holding the men accountable.
no, it's about men
Uh-huh.
giving women advice and
Uh-huh.
holding the women accountable.
Okay.
So that's what this article is talking about. And so this lady, she was saying that when you comfort people with lies, they support you and they praise you. They don't care what wrong you do. You're still perfect in their eyes. But the minute you hold them accountable and tell them the truth, you're a pick-me and you hate yourself. And so she cited that and said, she showed a meme of Steve Harvey, who is a self-proclaimed relationship guru.
Mhm.
He's been divorced twice and he's currently on his third marriage. He says, or she said, the women say, Steve keeps it real. He saved my marriage. He holds men accountable. He is the best relationship guru.
Right.
Then she has Derek Jackson. And we all know about what happened to Derek Jackson if you guys have been on FB at all. He cheated on his wife with 3 different women. He got one of them pregnant. The women say, we all make mistakes. Derek still speaks the truth. Derek is only human. I'm still buying his book. He saved my relationship. I still love him because he holds men accountable. Then this guy, Kevin Samuels, who's also he's been doing relationship advice, but they're saying that has not really proclaimed himself a relationship guru, but he's still giving advice to women. He's been divorced twice, and the women are saying he hates women. How can you give advice when you had two failed marriages? He is judgmental. He hates himself, and he never holds men accountable.
Wow.
So why did they flip with this man holding them accountable, but they're cool with Derek Jackson and Steve Harvey, been married, divorced the same amount of time, all this other kind of stuff. They're cool with them giving them advice because the lady was saying they're cool because it's kind of like stroking their
Yeah,
egos
he don't have a
and
book
telling
he's
them
trying to
right.
sell or a congregation he's trying to feed. So they're beating
Did you,
him up.
did you just say
I'm
congregation?
saying a group of people he's trying to raise money for, he doesn't have that. So everything he says is going to come off as shut up. But these other guys, they got books and TV shows and all kind of other coonery and stuff. So they're trying to, they have a reach on people or women. Naturally.
Did you say coonery though?
Nope.
You did say coonery. You said coonery. So my thing is this. Like I think I went to somebody was talking about him because he was feuding with Dr. Umar. And
Who, this glasses wearing dude at the bottom?
yes.
Okay.
And so Dr. Umar was like, how are you women? Y'all have such low self-esteem that you're going to this man who is telling you about yourself, how you should feel, how you should talk, how you should act. And he's very brutal, very brutal. I don't know, okay, we like honesty, but you're very brutal in your handling of some of these women. And he was saying, y'all that low that y'all got to go to this man to tell y'all how to feel or how to act or whatever. So he was against him as well because he's like, who are you to tell these women, that they're fat or that they're ugly or that they need to do this or that they need to do this. And so his thing was just, women, you gotta want more for yourself instead
Right.
of listening to somebody tearing you down, because it's kind of like he's tearing them down from what I heard, but there's no building back up. There's just, I'm tearing you down, bitch, get off my TV. And that's kind of how he's doing things on his YouTube show. But
I'm
these
about to
other
research this dude.
yeah, but these other guys are just a little, I think they're a little bit more tactful.
I mean, they're cakey because they
They're a
get
little
paid for
yeah,
it.
they're a little bit
Yeah.
more tactful
Right.
in their approach to how they're talking to women. But at the end of the day, I've always thought, because the Kevin Samuels, there was a scandal that came out recently because he was doing a live or something, and the camera, I guess it fell or something like that or whatever, and caught a man sleeping in his bed. And so
No.
yeah. And so now the story is that, he might be hitting for the other side. And so I've always thought this though. So first of all, you got somebody who might not even like women
Yeah.
telling women how to be.
Right.
And then you got men who are men telling women how to be. Where do y'all get off? How can y'all tell me how to be?
Well, I mean, Steve Harvey told women how to think like a man, so he told y'all how to be. And he told y'all some misguided information on how to think like one of us. Like, that's going to work.
Well,
And y'all read the 247-page book or whatever it was, and now I got all the information. Now I know everything.
I did read his book, and I didn't have a problem with him he wasn't telling us how to be per se, but telling us, giving us insight on men. And that's the same thing you did when we met though. So I can't say that that's wrong. Like for him, the one thing that I remember about him that Steve Harvey said was that until a man knows who he is as a person, it's going to be hard for him to be in a relationship with a woman because he doesn't know who he is.
Right.
And that was important to me because I'm like, okay, I can see that. But so to me, he was kind of giving insight into how men think or how they operate. And he was talking about how, a lot of times women are afraid to introduce their new man to their kid. And that was important to me too, even though I don't have children. But he was saying, you want to introduce them early.
Right.
Introduce them early, get that out of the way. Because what happens when you're in this relationship with this man and you've been taught, oh no, I want to introduce him once we get serious. Then you get serious and then find out that he don't like kids or he can't get along with your kid. Then what? What you doing now? So I appreciated some of his advice. It wasn't necessarily to me telling us how to be, but this man is kind of telling them how you should be. You too fat to be that way or whatever. Well, what makes you think you finna have, a basketball player, you want a celebrity or a man with money, you know what I'm saying? You can't even keep your house clean. I mean, I get that, but it's just kind of, it's a lot. And so
I
what
mean, you might need this kind of guy. I mean,
you think?
the people he's making mad are the people that probably need to change.
You think so?
Yeah, you super offended behind it.
Yeah, but I mean,
Like,
come
what
on.
they say, the hit dog cries the loudest. So
Yeah,
I don't
but
hear every chick crying about this dude. Ladies who got it together, I guess, aren't worried about it. You know, just like
no.
everybody's not listening to these other quacks.
Oh hell no.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like some people, the people that do, they listen to them when they need to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I didn't Derek Jackson wasn't my cup
Yeah.
of tea at all. But like I said, Steve Harvey, that I did get that book and it did teach me a little bit.
Yeah.
And it helped me, whatever. But
powerful stuff.
personally I believe too, like you've said before, that if you have been divorced twice, 3 times or whatever, I'm really actually taking advice from you on the cool.
Yeah.
Because you've been through some stuff and you know what not to do.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't
That's
mind
why I'm
taking
saying
advice. Yeah.
That's why I felt kind of whenever he said they're ripping up this Kevin cat.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah.
Like, he
Yeah.
kind of got some sense.
Well, I mean, if you like dudes though, I'm not listening to you at all. So, I want to talk about,
Right.
The last place we went to eat.
Mm.
Is it a yay or a nay? And I know you've been waiting for this forever. Let me put my time on and make sure we got time.
We're not gonna get them that
Okay,
hard.
all right, about to, you said you was finna hit them that hard. You done did a whole 2-minute, 5-minute video on your Instagram when we left or
Man,
right when we was there.
Wait.
So, okay, all right, let's
Wait.
get it. What?
China, a no-no.
A
We're already gonna change their name because this place is
It's China a go-go.
it's
you
China
guys.
a no-no, and it is
Okay.
exactly what not to eat. During the pandemic, we ate there a couple times. We're like, yeah, this place is right.
Uh-huh.
And, we couldn't eat in,
Right.
so we had to go in and stand behind those two stacks of tables,
Yeah.
so you can be 12 feet away from the register.
And it like
Let me
this.
get it. Right. So we got there 2 times. We went. It was good. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right.
No, not the
Or
2
two.
times we went. We went like 3 or 4
Oh,
times.
so we got down.
Yeah,
Come on,
'cause
we done went
because we went to that one and we went to the other one
Yeah.
that was a little bit further away. So we
yesterday
went,
for
yeah.
what they did to us yesterday.
Oh my
They
God.
get a new name.
I thought Bobby was
And
gonna cry, y'all.
It was so bad. Like because she took a bite of the chicken first and she was like, oh no.
Yeah.
And I said, man, what's wrong with it? It
Yeah.
was super hot. I'm all
Yeah.
burning my hand trying to dump it onto the plate or whatever.
Yeah.
And the taste it had like a nice metally taste, right? The first bite was like chicken. The second bite was metal. And I was like, oh no.
Right.
So we scooped it all back into the little
Container.
container joint. I took it back up there. First of all, I don't know why they had like 8 dudes working.
Yeah.
It looked crazy to have this many people working in this little bitty space.
And
so
you recooking chicken. Yeah.
and recook. So yeah, I
'Cause it
took
was
it back
old.
up there, and I'm like, okay, let me choose something else. So I tried to get some egg foo young. Like, we're gonna charge you an extra $1. I'm like, you gonna charge me, and this is crap. No,
Yeah.
you're not gonna charge me an extra $1 for something else.
Right.
It's a principle.
Yeah.
So I said, well, let me get this right here.
Mm-hmm.
So this that I pointed at was like white meat chicken with some vegetables, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was not supposed to be sweet or anything. What these Vicks did was take that chicken that was metally, wash the shit off, threw some jalapenos on it, some bell peppers, right? And I mean not jalapenos, bell peppers and pineapples, and threw it into another container and brought it back out to the table.
You believe that's what they did?
I noticed what they did because the chicken wasn't the chicken on the menu. The chicken that I got back was the chicken that we ordered without the sesame seeds.
Right. Okay.
It was when I took a bite of the chicken, right, and I was like, ah. And man, I got to tell y'all, man, the taste that was in my mouth for 4 hours tasted like, when you eat something that you're not supposed to eat, like if you accidentally eat like, a human finger or something, you know what I mean? It was that bloody kind of nosebleedy taste in my mouth for 4 hours. Gum wouldn't work, water wouldn't work. And I only ate 2 pieces of that brought back out chicken. It took everything in me to keep from going and throwing that through the window.
I know.
At China a no-no. So anybody visiting Vegas or the surrounding area, China a no-no's a no-no.
It's China a go-go. It's a no-no.
No.
And yeah, that's that. I can't even comment on it. It's just the fact that Bobby gets very upset when he has bad tasting food, especially when we spent our money. And this was his choice.
It was like a Father's Day thing. Like, hey, it's
wanted-
Father's Day. Let me
it's
go eat some
Father's Day.
Chinese food.
Yeah, he
since
wanted to go get
I
some
don't feel like
Chinese
cooking
food.
today.
Right. And so, because Bobby is the cook of the
We
family.
only eat out for these reviews, and I'm
Yeah.
thinking, we need to figure out something, something else to do.
Maybe.
'Cause,
No, because what? Yeah. No, maybe we should just do. We're gonna do reviews on just whenever we go out to eat. Period. Because it's just hard out here. Because it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of chain restaurants out here,
yeah,
and you think that they're gonna taste kind of the same as back home sometimes, and they don't.
no,
And then you're nervous about trying new stuff because you just don't know.
right.
You just don't know. And
But
so
now there's one for y'all.
and
Don't
so
go
yeah,
there.
China a go go is a no
OMG
no, and I
Sushi?
feel
Yes, amazing. Go there.
see, and we did a little small review about OMG Sushi, and that was right over there. And I said that it's just that it was a little bit costly.
Yeah,
It was a little bit more costly. We spent like
$70.
almost we spent almost $70 in there, but the food was freaking amazing, and
Yeah.
it was all you could eat. So we were just like eating up all we could eat.
Yeah.
I know they probably like, oh my god.
No,
look
they
at
had
these-
they had a nice
look at- look at-
regulation.
look
They
at
brought
these
out 2
fat
rolls
people.
to us.
Yeah.
Nah, they brought out 2 rolls to us, and the last roll was a half a roll. So
Yeah.
we was good.
So OMG Sushi good.
Yes.
China a go go no. So we are we're about to take our first break.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're about to take our first break. If you guys are just tuning in, you're listening to Monday Night Special, The Review, and we will be right back.
Yep.
Happy Natural Pomade is especially helpful in managing, maintaining, and supporting growth of curly, coily, natural hair and hair that is dry, coarse, chemically treated, or in need of nurturing and strengthening. Happy Natural Body Cream nourishes, moisturizes, and replenishes skin, leaving it hydrated and silky smooth. Our healthy, all-natural products are all about letting you nurture your hair and skin affordably while still giving you the look, feel, and manageability you want. We're so excited for you to experience happy. I am happy. Are you? Go to www.haapiproducts.com, happyproducts.com, or email us at info@happyproducts.com.
Yeah. Burry. Hey, I'ma just get to the work. Dad told me grind son even when it hurt. Really, I'm just trying to get my mama a new purse. I ain't never worried who led, who first. Hey, all that really matter right now, who next? Brand new grind with a brand new fleck, with a brand new hustle for a brand new check. When it's a big one, I can't do step. It's all or nothing, gotta get it jumping. Even if I get a small one, at least it's something. This ain't no discussion. I ain't never budget, sticking to the script and sticking to the budget. I'm just trying to run it. I just gotta get it. Only way they get it done is sticking with it. I don't ever quit it when the others did it. Be the one who did it. I'm just trying to flip it. I'ma just get to the work. I got it out of the dirt. These bills I do on the first. I'ma just get to the work. I'ma just get to the work. I got it out of the dirt. These bills I do on the first. I'ma just get to the work. 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 Let me just get to the flip. Do what they do for the grip. I'ma come up from the stick. Come from the kid. Flipping the 4 to a 6. I just get it how I live. Been from the rip. Say let me give you a tip. Learn how to manage the risk. Stick to the
And we are back. If you just joined us, this is Monday Night Special, The Review by Food for the Soul with me, Talitha Kume, and my baby Big Bobby B on Vegas Hype Media. So we are talking about stuff. And if you want to talk about stuff, leave us a comment in the comment section, or you can call in 702-608-3259.
Got 'em.
And so we want to talk about some Vegas news, you guys, now before we get to our Crated or Hated.
Credit.
So our Vegas news that we're talking about, it's kind of not Vegas news. It's kind of like all over news.
Yeah.
But I thought that it was interesting because I read an article about Americans that are fleeing blue states
Boom.
like New York and California for southern and southeastern states, especially Texas and Florida, according to a new study. So it says the violent crime surges in liberal metropolitan areas like Los Angeles and New York. Residents are migrating south to red areas, according to a new report by North American Van Lines. And I thought that was interesting. And then I saw another um, article that was saying that it was showing states that people were moving out of and states they were moving into, and Nevada was one of the it was like high on the list of
Yeah.
people that were moving here to Nevada, Las Vegas, and Reno to be exact.
Yeah. So Las
So a lot
Vegas
of
still
people,
has
yeah,
a lot of, what do you call that?
I don't know.
Ah, man, the word just slipped. The
Did it?
values.
Okay,
The values aren't as liberal
okay,
as like
here,
California.
okay. And so you think that it's borderline red Republican? I don't know. Quan, are we Republican, or are we a blue state or a red state?
It's switching, ain't it?
Yeah, it does. And so I don't know. I can't even remember what it seemed like
It's
we were
like
in the
it
blue.
makes sense to live in a red
Just
state because you
okay.
want to have those values,
Hmm.
but you want to be able to be free.
Yeah, and so
You know,
that's
so it's
hard.
like
So
you
that's a
get too
catch.
free, then your city starts turning into garbage, and you got to try
Yeah.
to figure out how to flip it back over. So you need to
Yeah.
vote red, so that way you can
That's
start getting some
yeah.
order in.
That's a
You know,
catch 22
yeah,
because then you look at the fact of, the blue states and all of them saying defund the police. Okay, so
right.
you defund the police, then what? Then you
They're
have to
gonna.
purge.
Well, what happens is
You
they're
got
gonna
to
defund the
purge.
police, and then they're gonna turn around and ask Republicans for money,
Yeah, and then when
and
you
it's like,
ask Republicans for money,
yeah, that
then
doesn't work.
they're gonna come in and be like, okay,
Right.
you guys, so let's go ahead and put martial law. Let's go ahead and just do that.
That's
Just
the
defund the
plan.
police.
That's the
We, we
plan.
we won't have any police, and we'll just have
Federally funded police
yes,
is what they're trying to do.
coming out here just picking off people as they walk out the house. What is you
Right.
what?
If you can walk out the house with them
What
standing all outside on guard.
what are you on? And so I
Yeah.
thought that was interesting that they were coming here. So they said by the end of 2021, there's going to be thousands and
Austin,
thousands of
the
people
turnover in Austin is crazy.
coming here.
They're starting to leave Austin.
So now why are they starting to leave Austin?
Because
It's in Texas.
Austin is almost turned into California.
Oh, it's really liberal,
Yes.
and you
So
wanted to go there.
I know I still
Yeah,
do, but
and
they're yep.
no. So I don't. I can kind of agree. I can, a lot of states that are red. You hate to say it, but if you as far as education and different things like that or whatever, they're probably just really a little bit further ahead in those departments. Even though out here, I've heard the education is terrible out here, but I've
Yeah.
not been in the educational system, so I don't know.
But they say we're
But
number 34 in health or something.
um, so
Something crazy.
that's bad.
It's
34.
better.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe so.
The
So
education
I
is
just thought,
bad.
yeah, I thought
Yeah.
that was interesting. Mm,
Ah, so we're on the government. The
yeah.
government war.
Well,
The
it's
government
government.
war against religion. Ah, why are we talking about this?
I don't know,
Let's talk
man.
about the
Let's talk.
government war against religion in China and Canada. America's coming. America is coming if you all don't wake up.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. The
The way they're getting treated, you mean?
yes. When
With
I'm
all the things going on in China. I saw a video that you sent me,
yeah,
and all the churches I've been in, like all my life, I always heard about that.
yeah.
But you
You
never
heard
get
about
to
it,
see
but
that
you
here because it's cartoony here. Like
yeah,
faith is kind of like, do as you will here in America. It's not so serious. But when
out
you get
there.
into those countries, man, where they gotta
They
hide the men in China, they're talking about all these little churches that are secret churches. This one pastor that I watched the video he sent me.
Yeah.
He's been preaching secretly since '86 in a hidden church in China.
Mm-hmm.
'86.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know how many televangelists we've seen out here since '86 pretending and parading,
Yeah.
and getting away with it. And these
Mhm.
people are out here getting persecuted, murdered, killed, martyred, and all that for
Yeah.
saying that they believe.
Mm-hmm.
And we get to put it on to play with it out here. Dude, we got another thing coming, man.
Canada
Canada, too.
Canada's now. So
Yeah.
Canada, since the pandemic, Canada pastors are getting arrested
Yeah.
for actually holding services in their churches. And there was one pastor in particular, and I didn't put down the name of the church. I'm sorry, it was Grace something. and he got put in jail
In
for,
Canada?
yeah, in Canada. So they're taking away a lot of their liberties. They're not able to meet and different things like that. And we kind of, I trying to read the article. I'm not understanding why. So I'm
Yeah,
saying
that's
that.
where because at one point I used to know,
Mhm.
you know, being
Yeah.
in church,
Uh-huh.
you know why.
Yeah.
But then when you start living in life
Yeah.
and then getting a relationship and then life, you start,
You
things
start to
look
kind of,
differently. So I'm kind of like, I wonder why.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
and I'm wondering why too. But I'm just saying when I said about America is coming if we don't wake up, it's already come as far as when everything shut down. It shut down the churches,
right.
and then even when things were opening back up, people were like, "Wait a minute." The casinos are opening back up, restaurants never closed, stores are opening back up, but churches still can't meet. What's up with that, government?
Yeah.
But what y'all didn't remember or what y'all don't remember is Trump was one of the ones who kept saying before he got, elected out, he was like, hey, open up the churches. Let's
Right.
open back up on Easter. Let's
Right.
open back up. He kept saying that.
See, it makes you
And
wonder if there's something going on with like the literature or
uh-huh.
the way they teach or what they're able to teach that's going to shift. Because a lot
Well,
of government is controlling you. There's a lot of things you couldn't say, but it's kind of like
well,
pastors now after all this
yeah,
are maybe waking up and like, I'm going to say what I need to say for God. And that's what they're trying to stop.
right. And so
And that's what
those
I
are
can see.
those are the ones that are
Right.
probably going to be getting put in prison.
Right.
And so I wanted you to look up, we'll have to talk about that again too, the 501c3 and how that works. Because if the 501c3, if a church is a nonprofit and
Mhm.
it is controlled by the government,
Yeah.
then the government does have the right, I believe, to tell them what to do or
I
how
want to
to
look into
do,
small print,
or
but yes,
or
they do.
or
They
to
have
be able to
the
shut
right
them down
diction,
if
what
they
you
want.
say,
Yes.
how you say it, when
Yes.
you say it,
Mm-hmm.
all of that.
Yeah.
Whenever you're owned by the government.
Yeah. So
Right.
that's really sad, you guys. It's really sad for believers out here that just trying to get their Jesus on. Let them get their Jesus on, man. It ain't stopping
Well, you
you.
got to make sure you
It
get your
ain't bothering
Jesus
you.
on.
Well, okay, yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah, speaking of getting your Jesus on, we're right to our favorite segment of the whole show.
your
Mine
favorite.
anyway.
Yeah, I'm about to say
This
your
is Crater
favorite.
to Hate It.
Yeah.
And we use this segment to interview or to review up and coming artists who are
Mhm.
dope and
Yeah.
artists who are out there already that we know about and others don't.
Right.
So if you have something that you like and you'd like us to review, shoot us on over to us. But
Yeah.
right now we're about to review Tico.
Tico.
Tico, El Salvadorian Tico.
Okay.
Yes.
Listen.
And
to it.
I don't remember the name of the song we're about to get on, but we're about to hear it and I'll get the title to you.
I'm just doing what I gotta do. I don't know why they hating me. Is it the bitches that I'm fucking with? Must be the fact I'm trying to get rich. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. Nah.
You got the video?
I don't give a fuck about your feelings. Nah. The bottles be popping and you know I'm living my life. I'm counting my blessings, never forget to staying crazy. I've been on my hustle, that money be calling, and people be calling. And let me get back to my hustle. I remember them days, mama cried, couldn't afford to pay the rent. The low was something special whenever we made it through the rain. Climbing the ladder, taking these steps, never give up, always have faith. Working this hard, mother used to always say you better practice every day. I'm making those critical moves, tell them get out my way, get out my lane. I handle my business on the low, I'm through with the game, fuck the game. Some of these rappers got feminine ways, nothing against the gays. I'm keeping my word, I'm holding my nuts, never sell out for the fame. I'm just doing what I gotta do. I don't
Okay.
know why they hate me.
Yeah. Go ahead. Let's talk about Tico.
Yeah. Okay.
What you got to say?
Nothing.
Why?
I didn't like it.
What you didn't like about it?
I didn't really like his tone. His delivery was alright. His content was not great. And he sounded old.
See,
So
okay,
I don't know if
okay.
he was older, like if he's, my age or late 30s or 40s or whatever. So his content was kind of childish a little bit to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if you're my age from how you sound, because it kind of sounds Master P-ish a little bit, you should be talking about something different than bitches and hoes and trying to stack and chase your paper. So
Yes.
I didn't care for it.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that. What I like about Tico is I think that I believe he's it might be my age.
Okay.
Or a little younger than me, actually.
Okay.
But he gives you, because he's that young,
Mm-hmm.
he gives you like a feel of like older rap before trap music,
Okay.
you know, and it's like he
It did sound kind of.
he kind of has like
P-ish,
he has like trap elements in some of his stuff, but
baby a little
to
bit.
me,
Mhm.
for older cats who just don't want to listen to
Mhm.
the whole trap feel all the time, he's a good
Okay.
way to go. As the other guy we're gonna review next week.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay. Well, I can say so for 1 to 5.
but I appreciate what I do. Also appreciate about him is his culture.
Okay.
He's cultural, and seeing artists like him show you that what you created, you know, as black people, we got rap music, late 70s, whatever, and we had an energy behind it that we wanted people to feel,
Mhm.
that was supposed to transcend race.
Okay.
And when you see artists like him come out, you see that it worked. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
So he's not African American.
No,
Okay.
it transcends
I
race.
wouldn't
Like,
have
he feels
known-
like,
I
he
wouldn't
feels
have
the
known that.
struggle. I think he's an ex-drug dealer.
Okay.
And you can kind of tell by his music and his videos that he meant that.
I
you know, so
wouldn't
that's-
have known that he was not African American though. So that
Oh.
was interesting to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just assumed.
Yeah.
And I didn't know because you didn't say that. You didn't say that about him.
I did say he was from El Salvador.
No, just now you did not say that.
Oh.
So you might have been when you was talking to Quan earlier. I think.
No, I
you
said it
that.
right when we started the song, but it's cool.
You
Let's
did?
Let's get to the next one.
I didn't hear you say that he was from El Salvador. So
It's all
okay.
good. You just
So yeah, so I was trying to wait for the music. Anyway, well, you guys, if you guys want to have your music reviewed on the show, go to
I didn't get the website.
www.foodforthesoul.mediagroup.press. Go to Created or Hated and submit your music, or you can email us at foodforthesoulpresents.com and do it that way.
Yes.
So last we are talking about, because I think we got about 10 minutes, we're talking about our Monday night review. We actually got a chance to watch Fatherhood. Now, if you guys pay attention to our shows, I'm always having to just pull Bobby's ear, to get him to watch anything that I want to watch. We don't have the same taste in movies.
Yeah, we do.
Pretty much at all. No, we don't. We like documentaries. But when I want to watch a movie, he's like, no, I don't want to watch that movie. And then when he wants to watch a movie, I'm like, no, I don't want to watch it. So it's hard for us to decide something. So Fatherhood, I wanted to watch it because of Father's Day. And then I'm a Kevin Hart fan. I like Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
And he was promoting the movie, just kind of saying that this was some of his best work he felt. Because he got a chance to be serious, which we have not seen Kevin Hart in a serious role except for the movie that he was in with the I can't remember, with the guy in the wheelchair. I can't think of the name of it right now.
It was a
but I think
remake.
of it. Yeah, it was a remake.
And it's a remake from something recent.
Yeah.
The
With
Uncontrolled.
yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But so Fatherhood, what'd you think about it?
I thought it was good. I thought, to me, it was like watching just another good Kevin Hart movie that was written well.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one where he was dealing with that dude in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
Or The Wedding Ringer.
Yeah. I
You
liked
know.
him in The Wedding Ringer. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought he did great.
So you guys, Fatherhood, yeah.
I don't feel like it was a massive stretch, though.
I feel like it was a very it was a big stretch for him to be able to show his emotional side, because if you've seen him in movies that, some of the movies we've seen him in, he's always funny. He's always kind of has that dry humor or whatever, but for him to actually show emotion in this movie, because I cried at least 3 times during the movie. It was very emotional, and Bobby got emotional a couple times too. He won't tell you.
I
He
will.
got
I don't remember
emotional.
when, though.
You got emotional a couple of times, and because he said something, I was like, "That touched you, didn't it?" You was like, "Yeah, it touched me a little bit."
Yeah.
And so it was a really good movie. So I suggest that you all
Please watch
the
it.
movie. It was on Netflix. It was on Netflix.
I like the casting, too. I thought it was a
Yes.
really good casting.
Yeah.
Really good casting to cast real.
Oh, I'm a
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a supreme Alfre Woodard fan. So
Alfie
Alfre
and
Woodard,
Alfie and Rel made it
yeah,
to me.
yeah,
Like
yeah. And-
with Kevin Hart not being able to be funny in this flick,
right.
it was good for him to be able to pass
to
that
play off of Rel.
through Rel, because Rel got
yeah.
to just do all the Kevin Hart kind of stuff, but
Right.
in Rel's terms.
Right.
On
he
Rel's
did.
terms, you know what I'm
He
saying? So,
did. Because
yeah.
he was like, at one point, he was like, dude, get out of my face or I'm going to smack you, like, really hard. Because
Yeah.
Rel was trying to kind of cheer him up and make a joke, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? While it was not a joking time.
right.
And he's like, man, I will slap you in your face. Get out of my...
It was good.
so,
he did
yeah,
great, man.
I think he did.
It's a great movie that you can probably watch once a year.
You can.
It falls into one of those once a year, maybe once every 2 year categories.
And watch it with your kids.
Yeah.
Watch it with your kids because it was a wholesome movie. It wasn't a lot of cursing in it that I can remember. So Kev had to.
Kevin Hart, you did it, man. This
yeah.
might be another Home Alone, man.
Yeah,
This might
he
be a
had
Back to the Future right here, bro.
He had to curb his language.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it's something that him and his children can watch together,
Absolutely.
and they can watch their father do a good job. So you guys,
Good job.
thumbs up for fatherhood. We liked it. But we are at the end of our show. Before we do the I said it and the my why you should care, I just want to send my condolences, our
Yeah.
condolences out to my family in Kansas City. You guys, our prayers are with you in your time of loss. It was really hard for us even coming in today to do the show because that was really heavy, man.
That was a
That
real
was
hit.
heavy.
Unexpected, like most of them.
My cousin, she lost her husband, and it was this morning. Like it
Yeah.
just like, okay, I'm texting you to tell you that I don't feel good, and then this morning I'm not here. And that is got to be the most hardest
Yeah.
way to have that something like that happen.
Especially whenever they reach out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got to
Yeah.
be a kick in the ribs.
Yeah.
Lonnie, we're praying for you.
Yes, and so I just wanted to say that before we get started. But that is our show, and it is on you. Finally, you better
Hey.
do your dance. You better do it,
Do I got the beat
or
too?
I'm gonna curse you out hard. Yeah,
All right. Hey.
I can't hear.
All right, what we got to do here?
Is that your beat?
It is.
Okay. I don't want your beat.
They're all my beats.
I'm saying this beat, Bobby.
You want this beat?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
You take that beat.
That's whatever.
All right.
We'll share this. Mine's really short.
Okay.
Let them men put their flags up. You want to hang yours up, but you're afraid. If it's okay for China, a go-go, to serve a human finger, then it should be okay for me to be as black or not as black as I want to be. They have the power to control your power that you pay for without your power. You have none. So in that, live, be wasteful, or not be. Harm others, or don't. You deserve it, or you don't.
Really?
Yep.
That was really, really short. So, Quan, I want another beat. I don't want his beat. And anyway, so, why should you care?
Yep.
Playing God isn't going to end well, and we shouldn't stand for what they say about laws that were never put in place for people like us anyway. Hey, we need to quiet this noise, this meager attempt to right what's wrong. So let's give them something, anything that will shut them up for the next few years. But finally, we are starting to wake up to the truth that when you get on the plane, it has two wings, a right one and a left one. And at the end of the day, they are on the same plane. It can't fly without both. The freedoms of the land of free are now the land of conditions, as long as you don't disagree with whatever the pilot says. I'm sorry, my friends, all this conversation is great, but faith and relationship, not religion, are the only things that are going to see us through these times. And I, for one, know my God can handle all of this. We win in the end. So if you want to be on the winning side, jump.
Hey.
So, you guys, that is my Why Should You Care.
That's
Tune
dope.
in every week, Mondays at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on Vegas Hype Media and on our FB page and YouTube station. Stay tuned in this week for our weekly show lineup, In the Mix with Kasha Brown, intimate conversations with me, Talitha Kume, Pretty Vision, and Weekend Break here on Food for the Soul Media every week. Our show tonight has been sponsored in part by Happy Products and Orlay Worldwide.
You're looking out and keeping us alive, Quan.
And we are out. I have my nails on.